Hello, I'm Jared Willits, and welcome to My Thoughts for What They're Worth, episode number 9. Before I get started, I ask, as I always do, if you like what we're doing and you think we're making any sort of progress, I don't know myself, I would appreciate a like or a share or maybe even a subscribe. That would be wonderful. Today, we're going to talk about the power of the adjective. But before I get to that, just kind of set this thing up. We know there are networks, cable networks, that are on either side of the political spectrum. We know they're there, and they present all their stories, all their news, through that particular lens, period. That's all they do. And they do this only because they're not trying to save the world or bring out the actual truth of any particular story. They're simply trying to reinforce the views that their viewers already have. Their opinions, just reinforcing them, telling them exactly what they want to know. That results in a stronger viewership base, more listenership, I guess, and it results in higher ratings, and it results in more advertising money and more. And that's what it's all about. Half the stuff they tell you, they don't even believe. They're just simply telling people the things they know they want to hear, and it works for them. So fine. Then there are the organizations somewhere in the middle, it would seem, on regular television, cable, social media, so on and so forth. Are they really in the middle? Well, maybe they are, maybe not, but there's one way you can kind of tell. There are ways that organizations who write stories and present stories either, in a video format or radio or print, that they can subtly, very subtly, impact your opinion of the story or the person, place, or thing they're talking about. And that's when it comes down to the power of the adjective, because the adjective or adverbs, I guess, they're simply opinions. They're opinions. And the writer, presenter of these stories uses these particular words. I said, okay, I'm going to call this person A, or this event a such and such, because it imparts a certain feeling. I always use senators, U.S. senators, because they're such an easy target, and they really can't fight back about these things I say about them. But let's just, for example, say a senator is on the Senate floor, and he's doing a speech. Okay? Well, was the speech an impassioned speech by so-and-so? Or is it an angry speech by such and such? Both can describe the same speech, really, but it gives you a different feel for what's going on. Now, let's say there is a senator who is accused of taking a bribe. I know. Can you imagine such a thing? All right, is he accused of it? Has he been arrested for it? He's accused of or arrested, depending. Also, what they can do is using video. There's always a picture over the guy's shoulder, right, of the person they're talking about. So let's say the senator was arrested, accused of taking a bribe. What is the picture they're going to use? Are they going to use the senator orating on the Senate floor, or in handcuffs being taken out of his home in Virginia? Makes a difference how you look at the whole thing, right? It all depends on how they feel about that particular senator. And it goes on for beyond that as well. Let's talk about celebrities. Some celebrities caught, doing something really wrong, maybe DUI, okay? What are they going to use for a picture? They can use a picture of the mugshot or a picture from his best movie ever. Gives you a different impression of the guy, right? And they decide what kind of word they're going to use to describe the people or what kind of pictures they're going to use to show. And it all makes a real difference in how viewers or listeners, I guess, to a lesser degree, really feel about the person or the story. In general, flattering pictures are used for people they like, and not see a lot of people. You've seen the pictures, especially in politics. Candidate so-and-so, he's angry about something, or he's happy. He's kissing babies, something like that. It all depends. So really, I think what I'm just trying to say here, if you don't already, pay attention to the words they use to describe people, places, and things, and pay attention to the pictures they use about these people. It makes a little bit of a difference. In my mind, sometimes you can, I think, and it's appropriate to use an adjective about something or a place. But most times you shouldn't. It's just what it is. The senator gave a speech, impassioned or angry or otherwise. He gave a speech. Show some of the speech. Let people decide what it's all about. Let's see if I got everything here I wanted to talk about. Oh, no, a couple of more things. Experts. They're doing a story, and they have our expert, Dr. So-and-so, explains what this really means. All right. There are a lot of doctors out there, experts in a particular subject, right? So they find the one that agrees with them. It's really that easy, and it really is done. Got to find an expert to talk about this to show that, it's really important here. And they search, and, oftentimes you look at these things and it's an expert from where? I don't know. Occasionally, there'd be somebody we all know and respect. Okay, good. But a lot of times, it's an expert that they just got because they tend to agree with them. Something else you need to pay attention to. Lastly, this is just kind of cute. Next time you're watching a news program, count the times, just for fun, count the times they use the word now. It's a very, very important word in network news. Because if you're talking about something that happened yesterday, no one cares about yesterday. No, it's old. So you throw the word now in front of it, well, all of a sudden it's new. There are programs who will start every single story with the word now because they feel it makes the story, now and more current. Just kind of fun to count them. That's everything I wanted to talk about here today on the podcast. My thoughts for what they're worth. Again, if you like what we're doing, please like, share, and subscribe. I'm Jared Willits.